Hello, my name is John.
And I'm Nikki, and we are the bosses next door.
Yep, and today we're talking about people aren't broke, they're picky. So there's a story that came out because Drake's album, that's all out right now, but there's a story that comes out about an artist, right? And this artist, somebody gave a heads up, say, hey, you should do a picture of Drake and his son because they're having this big party in town or whatever. So the gist of the story goes, he does this painting, right? He goes there, he sets it up, he comes back, he gets in because the security guard recognizes him. They lead him right to where Drake's at. That painting's already hung up. And he tells Drake, they introduce him to Drake, and he's like, can I help you? And he's like, oh, I did that painting for you. I made that for you. And Drake was like, oh my God, I love this painting. Does an Instagram post with him, does all these things, right? The moral of the story is, this guy was selling his paintings for like $250, $300. Okay. After he gets in front of Drake and his worth, right, and what people are willing to spend, he was selling those paintings start at $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 and above, right? And he was like, oh my God, it changed my life. Because he wasn't selling, now granted, getting introduced to Drake definitely helps in getting that popularity out there, right?
Sure.
But he was buying with what he thought people could afford, not selling it for what people were actually willing to pay for it.
And his value. Maybe he didn't understand or realize his value at the time. And then with that whole experience, it changed his mindset.
You know, I think it takes one good connection, right?
Well,
it takes
sure,
one
that
good
part.
connection to help you out. But that one good connection, showed his value, showed what it's really worth, right? And I think all too often, as owning companies that are service-based, you think with your own wallet. You're thinking about like, well, is this what it is? Not with what service are you providing, right? What does that service relieve them of, right? Because we had mentioned a little bit earlier, like people can go buy coffee and get, spend $18 on Starbucks, right? They'll squawk at something because they don't want to pay for it, right? Oh, I don't have the money right now. You have the money. You just choose what you want to spend it on. Fair enough?
Everyone does.
Everyone. And I think that all too often, right, we think like that instead of like, we provide this great service and this is why it's a great service for you, right? You give it value. You speak into it, right? And then you trust on that you're making money, but you're providing a great service. And I think that's how you get great customers, right?
Customers that understand the value of the service you provide.
Right.
Yeah.
Like at our lawn care company, we have a lot of customers, right? We do a high volume of customers, but we're very consistent. They know what to expect when we're there, right? We answer the phone. We do all the things, right? Now, there's rooms always to improve, and we've always tried to improve those things. But they know what they get when they come to Little John's Lawns.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
And so I think that's the same with Call Boss, right? They know we can give a level of service that they need help with. 24 hours a day, right? We can get in their CRM, we can do those things, right? But not thinking with our wallet, thinking of like, well, this is the value that we add to their company or to their home or to their business or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Is that fair? And I think in the beginning, right, we would like, oh, $40 is too much or whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
And we weren't thinking like, what does it really cost us to operate? And are we really here to we're here to operate? We're really here to operate. And you start a business because you're to make money, and people don't understand, or you don't necessarily understand right off the bat, like what it takes to operate a company, especially as you grow, right?
Yeah.
And so if you don't know your value or don't figure out your value quickly, it could snowball in you. It could snowball on you greatly, right? Like you'll pay extra money for something that you want.
Me specifically or people?
Well, you specifically.
I mean, if I want it and it fits the need, and yeah.
Right. Right. Absolutely right. For example, we're in Tennessee, right? We went walking down there Main Street in Tennessee, right? And there was a little shop that's off the side, and Nikki said, well, let's just go look in here, right?
Oh, yeah, it was a boutique, yeah.
It's a boutique, right? And she's like, I'm not going to find nothing. Let's go look. And then, bam, here comes these barrel jeans. Barrel jeans?
You got it. Good job.
Right?
Yes.
But they spoke to her, right? Like, oh my gosh, they they look right, they fit right, all the things, right?
Yeah.
Fair?
Yes.
Right? And you were like, I got to have these. Fair?
Do you have any more for me to try while I'm here?
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Now, because that was something you wanted, right? And that boutique called to you, right? It was really neat, really kind of a fun environment. Mm-hmm. Versus if we were to go to whatever big box store or whatever store, you probably would have been like, I don't really need that right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and for me, I mean, not everyone can tell from a podcast, but I'm 6 foot tall. You're 6 foot tall. It's hard to find tall jeans. It's better now than it was when I was younger.
Yeah.
But those barrel jeans just fit right.
Right. Right. But but they weren't thinking with their wallet, right? They were thinking about convenience, and they had something that was nice, that fit a tall person, right? All the things, mm-hmm. right? And I think that's a good example of like, man, that just kind of fit what you liked.
Yeah,
right?
and in that moment, I didn't care what it cost. I was like, these are fire. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, and they weren't expensive. They were actually pretty moderately priced.
Right.
I bought two. So
right.
But it worked
right.
out really well.
Yeah,
I was really happy with it.
So it's convenience of it, right?
Yeah.
It's something that you wanted, right? Mm-hmm. Versus like...
Sure, I was judgy when I went in. I was like, I'm not going to find anything. It's cute in there, but I don't think there's going to be anything for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
So,
but
there was.
But they charmed you. They're super nice.
Oh, they were super sweet. Yeah. You get a lot when you are good customer service.
Yep. Super sweet.
Yeah.
Had what they wanted. They did. Oh, here's the other thing that I thought was really, really interesting about that place. Mm-hmm. So you asked to try on that pair.
Yes.
They brought you that pair plus 2 other pair, plus gave you shirts. Like, these match well, right?
Yes.
And I was like, this is so interesting.
There's lots of stores that do that,
I
but
didn't know
some
that.
do it better than others. And they did really well.
Yeah.
They brought in things that I typically wouldn't have picked, but because she brought them to me, I tried it.
Yeah.
Didn't buy them, but I still,
Yeah.
got the 2 pairs of barrel jeans.
Yeah. But it was very interesting, right? It's a very interesting soft sell. Mm-hmm. Well, here's a whole outfit for you.
I mean, hey, if the shirts would have fit right, I probably would have bought those too, and they'd have made their upsell.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So you take that to your service company, right? Whatever service you offer. And I think all too often we sell ourselves short, right? Mm-hmm. We're not selling. Yes, we sell maintenance, landscape maintenance. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's the convenience of the landscape maintenance. It's the type of trucks we drive there. It's the equipment we have on the trucks. It's the guys that we do the training for. It's all these things wrap into one. Mm-hmm. It's just not coming there, we're going to mow your grass and go, right?
Right.
We have an issue, we take care of it, right? This happens, we do this, right? We want to make sure that we provide this great service. Mm-hmm. And then all too often, you look at people in our same area and like what they charge, it's like, man, yes, I understand you're a smaller operation. I get that. But like, you are thinking of like what you would pay at your own house versus
right.
what they are willing to pay. And it's not taking advantage of the person. It's providing a great service, whatever that may be, and charging appropriately.
I think when you're small, like when we were trying to figure it out, we were trying to competitively price with other companies in our area that were similar to us.
Yeah.
But we had 1 truck then. We had a handful of clients. Like, we were trying to figure it out. Our overhead expense at that time is not what it is now.
Right.
So you factor in all the different things.
Right.
And the smaller companies, like, they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
Right. They haven't gone to conferences and classes and looked at overhead cost and knowing your numbers and all of those things that really helped us push ahead.
Yeah.
But at this point in the game, the guy with 1 truck and 2 helpers is not the same level of competition as us with all the people we carry and the 20 trucks and all the clients. Like, it's just a different operation.
It's a different game.
For sure.
Yeah. But not to say you can't make really good money as a single operator
right.
or a couple trucks. You can do very, very well if you're priced right.
You can.
And that was our mistake. We were not priced right in the beginning at all. We thought we were. And then I think we started meeting with like Jim Houston, Jason Cupp, Jonathan Koshkinik, some of those guys. And then starting to talk to others and like, oh my gosh, man, we're thinking with our we did think with our wallet. 2, we were also thinking with what the competitors were doing, and we shouldn't have been because the competitors weren't really our competition. They're our best. Your competitors aren't your competition. They're like your best form of advertisement if you do it right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Consistency will kill other companies.
I can speak to that thinking with the other person's wallet, right? Because when we started this, like we've already said in other episodes, like we were super broke.
Yeah.
Like had no money. And it wasn't uncommon for me to be like, nope, we ain't got no money. Just, we ain't got it,
Yeah.
period. And so when we first started and then we transitioned to credit cards and we were like, okay, everybody's card's getting run on Tuesday. I would take so much time to go through all those cards to be like, I don't know if Mrs. Smith's got it this week and I should just run it, but I don't feel good. I got to call her and make sure she's okay before I run it and she doesn't have grocery money. And I shouldn't have been thinking about that at the time because at the end of the day, we're going to run those cards. We've got to make that money so we can pay the people. But I was too like emotionally invested in each one of these customers because they were helping us as much as we were helping them.
Oh, absolutely right.
But as we grow, see, I don't do that anymore. Somebody else pushes the button to make that happen because we have so many clients now. We couldn't even think about that. And I shouldn't necessarily have been thinking about it at that time. But again, thinking with my own wallet.
Right, absolutely.
I didn't have it then. Not to say that I have it now, but it's definitely a different situation. We have 3 businesses, right? So things have changed. But we have to remember, we're selling either a product for enhancement or whatever it might be, and we know how much that product costs for us to go get it and to get it delivered and have it there, and all the steps that are involved to put together an estimate for an install job.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, once everything's dialed out, the cost is what it costs.
Right.
And either they can do it or they can't.
Right.
And we provide a luxury service, too, so it's not in the cards for everyone to have landscape maintenance.
Yeah.
But if you can and you want to buy back your time.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. So like our game, you're going to see a lot of guys, and I'll speak on just the landscape side of it, right? So you see a lot of companies are going to go, like what big trend right now is going to liquid products, right? So pest control, fertilization, those kind of things. And then you see a lot of guys, they'll go from cookie cutters to the bigger homes or really kind of monopolize on these big luxury homes, right? That's like that's their bee's knees, what they really want. And then you're going to see companies that are going to jump to commercial. Typically, they're going to go to small commercial, they'll get to commercial, either do some small stuff, and then they're going to try to jump to the big things. Mm-hmm. That's never been our game. Our game has never been that. We have done some very, very nice luxury homes. But our cookie cutter, our game is the cookie cutter homes. We do very, very well at them. And we have a huge amount of density that we are constantly working on.
Yeah.
And so I do that. And then with our small commercial, we stick with small commercial primarily. And we just beat the bejesus out of it because we're just going for it. And I think that we decided the path we were going to take a long time ago. And we've really stuck with it. The last year or two, we've ventured out into small commercial. We probably have, 200, 250 properties somewhere around there in small commercial that we do. And it's kind of our niche. And it's picking up momentum because people are realizing like, oh my gosh, these guys do this, right?
Right.
The residential thing, I just knew that we wanted to do what we're good at. We weren't looking to go and take ourselves out and around and all this other stuff. Like, if this is what we're good at, this is what we're good at. I don't want to do full installs. This is not my cup of tea.
Right.
I'm just not good at it, right? I didn't love it. I used to do the installs. I thought they turned out really nice when we did them. And we had a lot of compliments, but I just didn't love it. I didn't love that aspect of it.
There's a lot more moving pieces with those jobs. Mm-hmm. More room for error.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Whereas like our big thing is like somebody's mad, like we cut grass.
Right.
It'll be okay.
We're like, who's that?
Yeah.
We cut grass. It's a bad haircut. At the end of the day, it's going to grow back.
Yeah.
If you're patient.
Or if not, we'll just rip it out and put something else in. We've done that in the past too. But it's like knowing our customer, right? And not everybody's a good fit for us, and I totally understand that. And we want to do, I feel like we get better and better and better every year. This is our 14th year. We just keep getting better.
Just a quick note on that. Not everybody's an ideal customer for every business, and we know what we're good at. So somebody who really wants a landscaper who's going to stay at a property and be there for an hour, right? They want a master gardener. Yeah. They don't want a landscaper. We're going to get in there, get down and dirty, make it clean, look nice, and get to the next.
Side note to that, a master gardener or like a gardener that some people want, they don't want to pay for the gardener. So that's the part that is like...
It's expensive.
Oh, yeah. We've had this happen a couple times. Like, well, I want this. And you're like, okay, cool. We're going to send, we have really good crews throughout. We have a couple crews that are very, very good on the detail side of it or whatever. They've honed in on it. And even that, like I could send them over, but like we're going to charge hourly. This is what it costs. And they're like, I don't want to pay that.
Then you don't really want that.
Yeah. You like the idea of it. You don't like the reality of it.
Right. It's the time that they spend at those properties to do that work.
Yes.
It's like manicured grounds,
Yes.
you know?
And some of it looks amazing. We had a customer that we had for quite a while, and it was amazing. That property was amazing, right? But we spent a lot of time there. We slowed ourselves down all the time. We never tried to rush it.
Always focused on their focal points.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because those clients do have focal points, and they will come out and tell you, I want to see this, this, and this. Cool, we can do that. It's going to take a little time, but we can make it happen.
Yep. And those are great customers too, right? So they have, every customer has their uniqueness, right? The cookie cutter ones, like, you know, for the most part, they're like, yeah, I'm happy, man. In and out, get done. I just want you out of here, right? Make it look nice, and we'll see you next week or next month or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? But that's kind of that's been our game. And so I think just knowing your customer, understanding your customer, knowing that like everybody has money, man. Some have more than others. You know, people are going to blame currently gas prices, like, oh my God, gas prices are killing me. Yes, gas prices have gone up, and it's going to cost you an extra 10 or 15 bucks, maybe 20 bucks to fill your tank. But the big scheme of things, you're still going to get your Starbucks or your Dutch Brothers or your whatever.
Right. It's not changing. I mean, and for some people, it might change the way that they do life.
Yeah.
It's expensive, you know, it is. But either you can work with it and keep it moving, or like, you know, we budget for costs throughout the season for the year at the beginning of the year. So we know about how much we anticipate to spend in fuel for our fleet.
Yeah.
Right. This has put a wrench in it.
Yeah.
But I think it's still within our budgeted terms for what we're going to spend for gas.
Based on our growth, yeah.
Right.
Based on our growth, we're right where we should be.
I mean, and some companies that are smaller that we answer for, they're telling their clients, like, we have to increase your prices because gas prices.
Yeah.
But smaller operation, they maybe haven't budgeted like we have for the year.
Yeah.
You know, and so for different companies and different folks, it's different things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, we have a price increase going. We've been waiting until summer gets a full roll, but like we got a price increase getting ready to hit because we have a certain amount that we're trying to get to, or that we are getting to, and so we have to bring those ones that have not made it there up.
Right, and we also factor in like the time on the property and all the different things logistically that make sense for a price increase.
Yes.
And some people will dip after that, like they won't stick with us, and that's okay. But in order for us to do what we need to do, nobody's trying to work for free.
No.
So.
No, and the way we pay is different. And the way we do things is, I feel like is different. So it's just like we have to do certain things that we don't, you know. But that's again, right? For years, Nikki and we struggled, or maybe it was just me, struggled on giving price increases. Like, oh my gosh, Mrs. Smith, you know.
No, I did too.
Fixed income, you know, this, that, and the other. And then like you give them one, they're like, oh, okay, I was expecting that one. Yeah, like, no shit.
We had a few people that first year we did a price increase going like, I wonder when you were going to raise our price.
Yeah.
It's been like 5 years or whatever it was. And we didn't want to, but as you learn and grow, you understand that these are things that have to happen.
Right.
Like Chipotle's got to raise their price because the food costs more.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not dropping the quality. But you know what I mean? Like everybody has to adjust accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty interesting. So yeah, I think that if you sell a good product, now if you sell a crappy product, man, okay, then you're going to get feedback and it's going to be bad. Potentially, you're going to get customers that are going to cancel. They're thinking the price is not worth it. But if you have an issue, fix the issue, right? Go back. Complaints, as much as people don't want to hear complaints, they suck. I mean, it does suck to hear like a complaint. But getting a complaint isn't bad necessarily because it's giving you a heads up of what's going on, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, this is a quality thing we need to fix, right? Because you're charging a certain price, you should be backing that price up, you know, on your service or whatnot.
Well, and honestly, if you think about it, we're fortunate to get the complaints that we get because then we can go and fix the problem.
Absolutely.
It also tells us, is there a pattern? Do I have a truck that's going a little left right now and they just are hot and tired and they're cutting corners or what have you?
Yeah.
It happens, especially in Arizona. So then we get an opportunity to work with that truck, fix that truck, maybe switch out the people,
Yeah.
see if they work better. Just it gives us an opportunity to do something a little different and try to make it right.
Absolutely right. And I love that the opportunity. We have customers like, oh, hey, oh, no worries. Just been here a long time. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Or they say they're so mad, and then you get on the phone, you're like, well, they just left they blew a cushion off the back, patio furniture. If they could get that next time, I'm like, yeah, no worries.
We'll make sure we address the cushions each time we're there. We'll make a note.
Yeah.
Just to make sure everything's as it was before we leave.
Right. Right. And don't believe the pool guy. Sorry. Man, for all you landscapers out there have pool company or pool people, man, the pool guy always blames the landscaper. It does not matter. So
That's why you want a pool company.
that's why I want a pool company. That's right. We'll control our own pools.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just think that people aren't broke. Not generally. People aren't broke. They just choose what they want to spend their money on, right? If you
Right.
provide a good service, you're good to your customers, right? They're going to want to buy from you, right? Understanding, if you're selling to a customer, to a lead, right? And you're trying to get on the defensive, understand why they're calling you. Side note, why are they calling you? They have a need, right? What is that need? Address the need, because when you address the need, that sale becomes easier because you're listening to what they're having to say. So then they know, hey, just to confirm, you're looking for X, Y, and Z. Let me put that in the notes, make sure we have it, and move on.
This is why it's a good fit to work with us.
Yes.
We can do that and more.
Yeah, absolutely right. And I think that all too often we get on to the next, to the next, to the next. Take care of the one you have, because you take care of a good customer. They're going to tell a neighbor or whoever, right? And just that can rinse and repeat. And I think a lot of companies do not do that.
Yeah.
Fair? Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, yeah, see, okay, awesome. Next one, next one, next one, next one.
Yeah.
So
be conscious of what you're spending on, because you'll spend it on what you want to spend it on.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, anything else?
No.
Well, thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. See you on the next one.
All right.